What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is James. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And if I could ask eBay one question right now, it would be, eBay, how much longer do I have to keep apologizing for your problems, your mistakes? You know, with all the, I think, potential buyers they are losing, why are they not doing some kind of PR? I mean, they won't even let us know what's going on. And that has caused a lot of sellers to move on or to start cross-posting and see that there are other ways of getting money other than eBay. But how many buyers, are they losing? This morning again, check out quantity items, multiple items, won't work for customer, repeat customer. And I have to tell them to just go ahead and check out and I will refund you. So hopefully they will at least do that. Come on. Today is just, I'm on an off day today. Good Lord. Probably because I had to overpay for a shipping item. I put that big old Caterpillar, put him at $14.99, but forgot. No, I guess I didn't put him at $14.99. I thought I did. How did that go through? I don't know. Maybe I put it on something different. I normally put those big items on my $14.99 US shipping, so that it means no international shipping. Well, somehow, I guess I used a different shipping. And somebody from South Korea was able to buy it and charged them $30 for shipping, and it ended up being $70. So I'm already $40 in the hole today from my Bobo. That's all right. Oh, it happens every once in a while. No biggie. But yeah, I'm just tired of apologizing for all the problems. Gets old after a while. So yesterday was Monday. Made it to $710. My graph is like this and like this. So if it keeps that trajectory up, I'm only going to have like a $600 day. So we'll see. But we are at 945. I'm already at 110. So that's at least a good thing. So hopefully we'll break that little pattern there. Busted wide open, I'm hoping. I only had like 3 organics for most of the day yesterday, so let's see what I ended with. So there's definitely an organic suppression of some sorts. 5 organics. Very low on the organic side, but that's nothing new really. Today we are 6 total sold so far, 4 promoted, 2 organic. Questions and comments. And we'll get to shipping. I got 2 push and some eBay. So we'll get to that. Let's see what you guys want to talk about. Nice setup. Thank you. That was a short comment. Next up, why don't you empty your storage space before buying new ones? But I also understand that sourcing is the fun part. Well, you got to look at it like this. Jan works 60 hours a week. I work 12 plus hours a day. The only time I leave all week is to go to the post office. I literally go nowhere else. We don't drink. We don't smoke. We don't go to bars. How many people spend money on pointless stuff like that? So what's spending $200 in a month to do something you enjoy doing? If I didn't do that, I'd just be in the house literally almost consistently. I mean, so taking a 4-hour break on a Saturday when we both have time off Or when she has time off, I should say. I can make time anytime, of course, but what else are we going to do? We take a vacation one time a year. So, and I know you don't mean nothing negative by it. I recognize you, but the people who do come on here and say, well, that don't make sense, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, you're not me either. You don't work as hard as I do either. Not you, but you know, the other people. I haven't started selling on eBay, but I really like when you talk about the numbers and tactics to get those numbers. Appreciate it. How can someone who makes as many sales as this guy have trolls? He's literally a boss at an e-commerce game. Numbers don't lie, ladies. That's funny. People are just jealous. I can't even I can't even share a video I enjoy. That video I shared the other day. It was at 1,700 views when I shared it, and then it was like 2,500 yesterday. But somebody just made a comment to the creator that I shared the video, and of course you get a little troll on there who hates their life. Or I'm not calling them trolls anymore. I'm just calling them stalkers. They're stalkers, man. Let's get real with it. Trolls are underplayed. They're stalkers. I'm running late too. Let's see, I turned everything off. I want to see where baseline is so I can get a better gauge what's working. Motivation is low right now anyway, so I don't mind a little less sales until the fog clears. Oddly, Florida has been cloudy and rainy for days, and I think it's getting to me. Yeah, there's no harm in getting your gauge, your baseline. That's why, I've always been a pushing for trying different things and figuring out what works, what doesn't. But yeah, having your baseline. And, it kind of stinks, of course, nowadays that my baseline, I have to pay more to get lower sales. But that's just the way it is for now, at least, until it either works or it doesn't work. Either way, you just have to adapt to keep going. Before, you're paying 10 to 13%. I was paying 10 to 13% to get $1,000 a day. Now I'm paying 30% to get $800 a day. So, yeah. And then postage going up again too. So I raised my postage a few months ago, so I wouldn't have to do it this time around. But I have to keep an eye on my numbers, because if I have to raise the shipping again, I'm going to raise the shipping again. At some point, each time it raises, it kind of kills off a sector of e-commerce. So, and then you have to kind of figure out what to do. That's why I started doing the free media mail. If you buy 2 or more, to entice people to buy more. I just wish it would work properly. And that might be the future I have to do for like hats and t-shirts and everything else. Is entice people to buy more in order to eliminate that shipping. That's the one thing about the volume game like this too, is you got a $10 hat with, let's just say, $5 shipping. I think it is $5 actually, $5.25 since I raised it. So a $10 hat, $5.25 shipping. Okay, if you buy a second hat that cost me $0.25 for $10, you get to take that $5 off. So you're basically adding a hat for $5 from my perspective. So I'd rather have that extra sale and that extra $5, move more product if it was something that the buyers could actually see that you do and would actually work when they check out. So, because the media mail thing is not working in shipping either still, so giving them free shipping. So, which with every couple of years, you have to kind of adjust, okay, I can't keep raising my shipping every year because you're eventually going to push the low dollar stuff. You're going to push that game out the window. And that could also be another huge factor on why I don't sell 100 items anymore. It's down to 50. So then you got to figure out a way to overcome that and add an extra item and I'll give you free shipping. You're getting less per item, you're moving more product, and you're still putting a little bit of extra money in your pocket. So you just have to adapt and change and, keep an open mind at what you can do depending on your situation and what you're selling. Obviously, if you have a high sell-through rate stuff or stuff that's in demand, even with some of the low dollar stuff, people really don't pay that much attention to shipping. That's why I've always been free shipping it's a trap, especially when it comes to returns on eBay, as you know. So most people, when they buy something, they don't even think about the shipping. They know they're paying for the convenience of finding the item online and it being delivered to their door. So usually the ones that you have to worry about shipping or who complain about shipping, those are the ones who end up usually being the customers who might leave you a negative, if you will. So, or say that there's a problem with the item or whatever case may be. That seems like the pattern over the years. So, and that again also usually comes with lower value items as opposed to a big dollar item. Big dollar items that are just trying to scam you to get it for free. Not everyone can find high sell-through rate items. If high sell-through rate items were easy to find, they'd be a glut and they no longer would sell quickly. Yeah, I had mentioned that before too. If everybody did the same thing, it would kill that market. Exactly as you said. Love your cute dogs. Give your dog some love and thank you for your showing us. I am officially downsized on eBay to $4.99 a month versus $21.99 a month. Saving money finally. I also put my store in vacation mode now. Since December 13th, I am banking sales with less overhead. I guess I take home $90 a week on vacation mode, which is different than what I brought home on a non-vacation mode. eBay has frustrated me the past couple of years, so I am watching them closely, and thanks, James, for your inspiration on downgrading eBay so we as humans can make money. I guess you're talking about the store fees. I'm not even sure what they cost, $4.99 to $21.99, I guess. I used Anchor Store, which is $300 a month. Ad fees 100% guarantee eBay gets more profit. They do not guarantee a seller gets 100% more profit. I find this to be a problem. Oh, but they'll tell you that. They'll say, especially when you're listing an item, use promotion advance and get 119% more sell-through rate or something like that. Yeah, right. You're paying for that sell-through rate, and you're paying more than what the item's worth normally. Somebody had made a comment like, how can I make money? Yesterday I ended up answering them back, so I can't. That's why I didn't read it and see it today. But because how can you make money? You got the cost of goods. And I told them the first comment was watch my videos. Then they made a comment back, so then I went a little bit more into detail. But with 5 storage lockers with no cost of goods except the $700 a month overhead, on those lockers. That's how I can do what I do and use the promotions as I use them. So it took a lot of work, a lot of stress, and a lot of a lot of years to get to the situation to be able to do that. So for someone else to do it, it would be very hard. But I think that's where kind of showing when I sell something that I say picked up last Saturday or the Saturday before, the last time I went to the bins, I spent $140. I think I've made this much money back so far. So when I say that, that kind of gives you a gauge at least of current items. Like last Saturday, me, Jan, and Adrian piled up 3 carts full. 1 of clothes, 2 of odds and ends. Spent $140, only $140. So anytime something from there sells, I will let you know. And then you know how long it takes to make that money back. The 2 prior, it took about a week to make my money back. That means everything else that sells from those Saturdays are now paid for and in the profit, not counting eBay fees. This week, I just put a bunch of clothes up yesterday, so I'm kind of a couple of days behind. So it might take me longer than till next Saturday, this Saturday, to make the money back. But when I sell the stuff, you will know about it, and you will see it. And then that gives you kind of an up-to-date on, okay, if I wanted to start doing this today, how would I do it? And because I've had other big YouTubers saying, well, if somebody wanted to do this model today, they really could not do it. I'm like, yeah, you can. I should have just said, whatever you think, you're right, because that's the way life is. If you think you cannot do something, guess what? You can't do it. If you think you can do something, guess what? You're going to figure out a way to do it. And so it's like me, kind of a little inside egg within the videos that you see. And if you watch each one consistently, or at least every other one or something, you can see that it can be done. It'll just be more spaced out in time than when I did it, because I did it running on debt. So, but it can be done without running on debt. It just will take longer time. So, but it can be done. Anything can be done if you're willing to put in the work and to figure out the ways to do it. When people say the word can't, the first thing I think of is you're too lazy to try. And that's what it kind of boils down to. If you can't do it, you're already in the mindset that you failed anyway, so why even try? I try to never use the word can't. It's always, that might be something to figure out. So, all right, let's get these 2 posh orders. Valen hat. Sold for $10. And I guess their printouts are not going to work again, because I see nothing but a black screen. If I hit print, what happens? Oh, it'll still come up that way. Okay, that's good. That works. Good to know. Remember that. That's headed to Nebraska. Nebraska. Next up is another hat, a Mizzou Youth hat. That one showed up. Headed to Brentwood, Tennessee. I've been through Brentwood, Tennessee. There we go there. let's go. Oops. James finished packing the box. Okay. No to let's go. Okay. Pew. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-boo. Purchase shipping labels. Got a couple of offers here. $3. No, I don't do $3 no more. Counter $4.99. $20 for my last Jordan shelf. Nah, I'm going to hang on to higher money for that since it's my last one. All right, combine two orders. So we got one going to the Netherlands overnight. That's the only international. There did seem like there was a shutdown overnight between, but it was like later. From 2 o'clock till about 8 o'clock. So 6 hours. All right. First up, we got another one of those 45s, that box of 45s I bought on vacation for $100. I took a chance on the clogging music and square dancing music. So another one of those sold for $11. Headed to Hendersonville, Tennessee. There's something I'm telling you about Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hendersonville and Clarksville. And these are around the areas I bought the stuff. And I send so much of it back there when the Hastings closed. And I believe that was in Clarksville. And I sent so much media back to Clarksville. It's so funny. But Hendersonville is another one I send a lot of media to. And these are independent Tennessee. I think like Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia area. But I think a lot of it is out of Knoxville and stuff. This one's South Carolina. And Madisonville, Kentucky. So all in that area. All right. Dawn. The one comment about not being motivated, man, I feel that. I'm surprised my body let me get out of bed early today. The last 4 days, I'm freaking crawling out of bed at 10 o'clock. 20 Hymn Classics, Volume 1 on cassette. Headed to Clarksburg, West Virginia, sold for $6. I think it's just been the cold and the ache on my body because I don't feel it today. The last several days, I've had this really ache in my left shoulder. But I don't feel it today, so that's good. So they may be connected somehow, some way. Because we've been in the negatives here. Charles. Next up, BOC Flint Automotive jacket. Took an offer for $13 on this. yesterday when my sales started slowing down, but I figured this is one of those jackets that's going to take a special person to buy anyway. And then it has the Wentzville GM plant on the back, so I put nothing about GM in the title, so I don't get any kind of dings for it. I don't think I would have, but after that whole Cadillac fiasco, I just don't take too much of a chance with that kind of stuff anymore. This is headed to New Jersey. PJ. And this hat's been in the store. This is one of the old ones. This was in there 2020 and beyond. Davidson College hat. So I took an offer for $375 on that. Headed to Port Orange, Florida. Get it gone. And Sophie. Next up, we've got a St. Louis Cardinals long sleeve t-shirt. Sold for $12, headed to Sagan, Texas. Texas. All right. So I've been doing something kind of different with my drafts, since I haven't been, like, if I can't get motivated one way, like I said, I've got, the way I set it up is I can either take pictures, I can fill out the details first, I can do either one, I can do all of it at the same time. It's set up basically 3 different ways depending on my mood, what I'm feeling. So I decided to throw something different in to see if it would speed me back up. So before, like if I had, say, okay, I've got 2 t-shirts, I'd make drafts for my 2 t-shirt drafts, right? And then I would do that. Then I got a few CDs. I'd make the CD drafts, do that. But then I'm like, man, this is taking a lot of time just making like 1 draft here, 1 draft there, 1 draft here. So I just was building off of blank drafts. And I just, didn't matter what it was. I just used my blank draft and it's under like plush. And I know where all the settings are, like with the shipping rate I use. So to adjust it when I do list it. But anyway, I'm like, I'm just going to take pictures with this generic draft, no matter what the item is. And I was able just to snap pictures and get through so many pictures so quick. So the last couple of days, I've been listing off of those items and listing them, and it don't take that much longer because I know where everything is. So I know what it's going to be as I'm doing it. So it's all super quick to do it. But overall, in the long run, it probably will take a little bit longer than if I just came and said, okay, 2 drafts here for this shirt, these 2 shirts, make a hoodie draft, make a CD draft, make a DVD draft, make a hat draft. But it's just another way to do it for me. And I kind of liked it, at least for now. I mean, that may change in the future, but so when it comes to not being motivated, if you can find a way to change it up, that's a huge factor. And like I've said many times before, even just straightening up and rearranging your office space where you work, just doing that can get you motivated to get going again. There's so many different little things you can trick your mind to allow yourself to get motivated again. Next up, we got this Anthony Chrysagas For You Alone cassette. Sold for $14, headed to Carson City, Nevada. This is a cassette, not the last time I went to Smoky Mountains, but the time before. I bought a bunch of like local gospel and Christian cassettes for $0.25 a piece at this thrift store down there. I bought tons of them. How I can tell is because they all got this writing on the side, and most of them are in one drawer that I pull from. So this was $0.25, a little over 2 years ago bought. I still got lots of them left. Made good money on them already, but still got a lot left. And that is another part of the long tail game I like playing. Making money off of work I did 2 years ago, you know. I guess that's one way you could kind of look at this type of thing, because one comment was made once about, you know, if you just end items, you're deleting all that work you did. So if I deleted stuff, say after a year, I would be losing out on a lot of money that I'm still making on those items. I would definitely be at a loss for all the work I put into all those items. So when you're doing the long tail game, you're relying on, you know, you're doing work that took me 30 seconds to list 2 years ago. And I made $13 off of it today. So times that by all these other items, and you got yourself a nice little business. Jackson Brown running on empty cassette. Sold for $8, headed to Arkansas. And being I got an anchor store, when it comes to media, I still got plenty of room. I still have room for like, I think like 40,000 pieces. No, it's 25. No, it's 75,000. Yeah, so 40,000 media I can still list for free. On the other stuff, I've got room for about 6,000 more still. So when I start getting closer on that other thing, 6,000 items, since I'm buying oddball stuff and things like that now, more clothing, then I will have to start deciding, okay, what do I need to end that's been in there way too long? Because now it's costing me money because I'm beyond my free listings. That's when I have to start thinking about things and evaluating long tail. You know, you've been in there this long, you've got to go because I need room for different stuff now. So I guess depending on how many free listings you got is how you can determine too on what needs to go and be replaced. Candy Flip Strawberry Fields Forever cassette tape. Sold for $7, headed to Athens, Georgia. But like I said, with media stuff, I'm not even anywhere close, so I still got a long way to go there. I need to bring down my rest of my pads. I don't know if I'll ever get to the point where it'll be worth getting me an enterprise store, which is $3,000 a month. I don't think, as one person doing it, I don't think that'll ever be something I'll be able to get to, because I don't think I can. I'd have to list a lot faster than what I'm doing, you know, in order to get there. That would be if I ended up expanding somehow with help and things like that. But don't really need to go there. I'm just fine the way I am. Raul. All right. Next up, we've got Young Chris 12-inch vinyl. So for $8, headed to Frankston, Texas. Texas. And of course, that would also depend on things like, you know, with, say, putting up more clothing would drive my sales and my revenue up 300%, 500%, or whatever. So doing volume by monetarily, but still, that's $2,700 extra a month. You'd have to, before I'd spend another 20, say I was tapped out on even just one, and in order to raise my monthly cost an extra $2,700 a month, I'd be wanting to make at minimum 3 times that. So I'd be wanting to make an extra if I can make an extra $9,000 a month off of the next 6,000 oddball clothing, other items, then it wouldn't be as much of a concern. Then what you would do before you raise your store, you would look at where you need to go, like how many. If everyone that goes over is 5 cents, then you could take 2,700 divided by 5 cents and do the math and figure out how many more extra listings over would cost you that much money. So then you wouldn't have to directly update your store, because if you only go so much over, it's only going to cost you an extra $100 a month, then $200 a month, then $300 a month, not $2,700 a month. So that would still be a big gap. So I don't see getting there ever, just because I'm not that quick. Leanne Rhymes, I Need You, because CD single sold for $7, headed to Wisconsin. Get off my hand. Good Lord. Come on. This one will not leave me. Thank you. That's funny. I think what I'll do at that point is start taking the older stuff and then either ending it and just putting it in a lot, or just donating it and getting it gone, which probably will be the way to go. We got this Commodore's brand hat with the little ear warmer thing. Sold for $20. Headed to Flower Mound, Texas. Texas. All right. Let's go in like this. Like this. I thought you were going to fit in here. There we go. I still haven't heard nothing back from that meat place I ordered my food from. They were supposed to be delivered between the 12th and the 16th. I haven't even seen a shipping thing. So I'm going to email them today and go, look, what the hell's going on? If you're not even close, just give me my money back. Because obviously I'm not going to be a repeat customer. If I can't, if it's something I want to consistently change, I don't want gaps in between my food. So obviously, if I can't rely on them, then they're not going to be a repeat purchase for me. Stephen Ambrose Historical Tours hat. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Iowa. And I need some boxes. So they're going to hear from me today because they don't have very good follow through with their service, apparently. I won't be mean, of course, but I'll be like, hey, you got to at least let somebody know what the hell's going on. My guess is they're over. My guess would be that they're just got too many orders from promoting on Facebook, I guess, because that's how I found them. So, and for one reason or another, they can't keep up. They got themselves in over their head a little bit or something, maybe. Because too quick a growth can kill a business if you're not prepared for it. Are you ready for a CD light? Yeah, we got John Cougar and we got a U2. This one's a West Germany, sold for $6.25. Made in West Germany. You see it printed down at the bottom there. And U2, some of the, if you find them in these cardboard cases, these were some of the original first pressings, early pressings. And this one, as you can see, made in Japan across the bottom there. So, and that one was $13.50. Headed to Massachusetts. And this one just needs resurfaced. So we'll leave that open. George. Next up, we got a Green Bay, Green Bay Packers women's cap. Sold for $9, headed to Massachusetts. And I got the one international here. These little things, man, they stick to everything. Did Courtney even come down today? heard her upstairs barking earlier. She hasn't even come down today. Linda. She seemed a little sluggish last night. The cold might be getting to her bones too since she's older. Have to make sure she's all right when I go up. She'll be helping me pack the car since I got so much to pack up anyway. She's always excited to go out front. Let's make the box for this hat. This hat going international is just a silver ponytail style hat. CC brand. I'll get the price here in a minute. Linda. A friend from high school who eventually tagged me in the Vern post way back when. That's a Linda. George. Friend from high school's husband who their son passed away in a motorcycle accident. Drunk driver hit him. Scott. Carolyn. I think so. Jonathan. Friend I grew up with, real name. Everybody called him his middle name, Corey. His first name is technically Jonathan. Daryl, the brother of a friend I grew up with. He was my brother's age, or near there, who passed away 6 years ago or so. Raul. Brian. Joan. Don't think I know a Joan. Bruce, my dad and my brother's name. Sophie, don't know a Sophie. PJ. Nope. Charles. Friend of high school, friends with on Facebook. Don. Don't think I know a Don. I can think of anyway. Oh, I was right there, Mr. Scale. I was right there. So that's headed to the Netherlands. Sold for $6. $5.99. Six. And of course, you want a code. And that is it. So we only had, what, one sale during that whole time? Boo. So my prediction will be around $600 day if we follow that graph. So 10:30, I am at 125. So we'll see if that pattern sticks or if we break it. Of course, I'll be listing, so hopefully some new stuff I list will sell at least. All right. Let's see, one new comment. So many sellers leaving eBay buyers have already moved on. So many sellers leaving eBay, I'm guessing there's a comma there. eBay buyers have moved on. Who could blame them? I admire your dedication, but a lot of people don't have so much invested. Enough is enough for their negligence. Their crimes are being seen by the public. Well, I don't know if they're really crimes. They feel like crimes to us as sellers, yes. But I know what you mean. Anyway. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out as we get going on this week a day late. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.